Yes, everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to We Are the Famous EFC. It is another video. In this video, we are going to be talking about David Moyes and the Friedkin group on how well David Moyes has done and how well Dan Friedkin and the Friedkin group have done since coming to Everton Football Club. Sam, let's start off with David Moyes. Since the return, he's came in, steadied the ship, got us fighting for Europe again, and made us a big club on the map again.
Exactly.
What are your thoughts?
I think it's just since he came in last January, in January even, it's been like incredible to see the turnaround that he's done for the club. He's brought back that mentality of what the fans want to see. Of course, we've of course wanted to push for Europe for a while now, and of course, past couple of seasons we've been struggling in the relegation zone, which has not been. I haven't enjoyed it. I'll be honest. I have not enjoyed it past couple of seasons. Just like seeing us struggle. But since him and the Friedkins have come in, it's just been a massive turnaround, and we've been a better team for it, and he's brought like that mentality back.
Yeah, he certainly has. He's really got the mentality going. So basically, the only new addition when we played Chelsea, what Sean Dyche couldn't get the better of, the only one new player was Kieran Dewsbury. The rest of them was the team Sean Dyche had, and how the previous manager couldn't get any more out of these group of players, and David Moyes has got an extra 20% out of them. That tells you big stuff. But David Moyes, by the looks of it, the Friedkins only brought David Moyes in to steady the ship, to get us out of the relegation scrap. But David Moyes has done more than that. He's got us back on the page again, challenging for Europe, challenging for Champions League, where we should be.
Exactly.
Like, believe it or not, we're challenging for Champions League, believe it or not, as well. So David Moyes has done a massive job on his hands, without a shadow of a doubt. But also the likes of David Moyes' home performance, he's now got them back to winning ways. Their away performance has been unbelievable this season, and unstoppable rather. It's a shame that the home performance wasn't like that, but I see now we've got the home performance fixed. We've won back-to-back home games now this season, and that's the first time this season we've done that at home. But why do you think that is?
I think it's just like, of course, we've been, of course, moving from Goodison to Hill Dickinson. It's like, of course, been a big step up for the team, and it's just not been. And I'm not gonna say it hasn't worked out, because it has worked out for us. We just haven't. It just took us a while to get going at home, because of course, yes, the first couple of games we won all the first like 3 or 4 home games, was it? I believe. I mean, of course, we had a dip in home form, but I just think it's just taken us a while just to get one. Get of course us back in the running again for like home form teams, because whenever I've absolutely loved it. Like, of course, being at the new ground, but I think like the team is still just getting used to the new environment of the home ground, I think.
Yeah, totally agree. Getting used to the home environment, getting used to the crowd, etc. But I tell you what, I'm looking forward for the rest of the season at the Hill Dickinson now. Fighting, because we're fighting for Champions League, we're fighting for Europe. Which ones do we get? Do we get European football, or do we get Champions League? Who knows? but I'm looking forward to it. It's nice because David Moyes has not got us talking about relegation like the previous manager did.
Exactly.
The talk from the word go, the day he stepped through that door of Finch Farm, of Hill Dickinson and Goodison, the story was Europe. Never did I think the story was about Champions League, but it is. And it's down to the group of players and the manager whether we get these things, what we desperately need. If we get Europe or Champions League, just wow. I'm going to be sat on here lost for words looking at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. I'll be like this for most of the videos, just looking at the stadium, because that's what Everton Football Club and David Moyes has done. And hopefully, so I'm going to rate him 10 out of 10 so far this season. Yeah, the home performance has dropped significantly, but
we've got that back up now again.
What?
We've brought that home form back up again now after those two results.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I 1010% back David Moyes going into next season, into the summer. So next season is going to be a massive season for Everton Football Club.
Exactly.
And I personally think that we do it again next season as well as this season. We get Europe this season and we play it next season at home. So yeah, really, really proud of David Moyes and what he's achieved at Everton. And now the Friedkin group, Dan Friedkin came in after what looked like a nightmare of the Machedi era that came to an end. The Friedkins have had one full season in charge of Everton. They've paid off all the debts. They've paid off PSR. They've stuck to the budget. Everton released how much they lost last season and how well the Friedkins have done, keeping it all level and on good terms as well. Appointing David Moyes, and have done a very, very good job. Appointed David Moyes, brought in the best signing ever, Kieran Dewsbury-Hall, Jack Grealish. They've brought them in with their money. What are your thoughts on the Friedkins?
Ever since they came in, I had a feeling we were going to go strong into the season. Of course, with what they've done at Roma has been incredible as well. But I have wanted to mention this to you for a while now, but I did see something maybe 2 or 3 days ago, I think it was, that if Everton and Roma go into like the same competition in Europe,
yeah, I've seen that.
Only one of them's going to get in, which I don't really think that's fair, personally.
If that is the case, then one will play in Europe, the other one will play in Europa Conference, won't it?
It'd be, yeah. It depends, of course, how it depends if Roma get into Champions League, and of course if we both get into Champions League, then we'll probably go into Europa League, and they'll stay in. Well, either one of us will go in Europa, one will go in Champions League, and the other or the other way around.
And that's how unfair the FA are. Like, the Friedkins, I've seen, are writing to the FA and putting a complaint in. Well, I think Everton will get it because Everton haven't been in Europe for years. Roma have. So, we'll save that for another video.
Yeah.
But anyways, the Friedkins have done an incredible job. And also, bringing David Moyes back, as I said, has worked 1010%. He's done a job what no other manager
has done recently.
Any Everton manager has failed since Ancelotti's time, and even before Ancelotti. going back to David Moyes' first year in charge at Everton back in 2002, when we went into Europe. He left us in Europe in a good place. Then the day he left, the football club just went downhill and just took and dug themselves into a deeper hole.
Yeah.
Then David Moyes comes back, and look at us now, fighting for Champions League, fighting for Europa, Europe, whatever it is, whatever we get, I don't know. But on the whole, it's been
incredible.
Yeah. Right, we're going to leave it there now, people. Let us know in the comments your thoughts. Subscribe to the YouTube channel to never miss an update. And up the toffees.
Up toffees.